Well, you rewire your trailer for the 12th time this year, and then you hop in your old Power Stroke that's been sitting next to the garage for about 6 months and hasn't ran since, and then you load that trailer to that truck, and then, because you don't have enough projects already in your yard, you go and buy another one. And why? Because this is the best Jeep they ever made. This is the TJ. So this is basically what you have to do when you pull a vehicle out of the woods that has been sitting for nearly 2 years. Well, after rigging that, now I have fuel pressure. Now I don't have any spark. So, to be continued. Look how expanded and cracked that coil is. Well, this is redneck. It's my fuel pump. Now turn the dash lights on. First startup. It's running though. That knock sounds just like a manifold. But there she is. Little update on the Wrangler. It's holding good oil pressure, good voltage. The fuel pump wasn't bad. There was actually a chewed wire by a mouse back there. So now it's running under its own power. But this thing has been awful with the mice. Like when I went into the glove box, I don't know, I can't. Yeah, like mice all over this thing. But it's running on its own power. Now I just got to get a slave cylinder in and hopefully it'll move under its own power here in the next couple hours. So there's a look at the wires that were chewed by the mice. I ordered a new slave cylinder and I pushed in the clutch and I could not push the clutch in. So I figured, you know, maybe it just froze. So I drove it back and forth, tried to, you know, kick the rust out of the clutch, and I pushed on it hard enough to where it blew the slave cylinder back out again. And then I had to go pick up a new one. So I figured instead of ruining another slave cylinder, that I would go ahead and take the transmission out. Well, Jeep update. Got the transmission out. That slid on that just fine. So I thought, hey, maybe the clutch is frozen to the flywheel. No, it pops right out and everything. Everything's fine. I noticed this little clip though. And if you notice, that little piece right there is broke. So I think that broke off and was causing that arm not to pivot. So I think I figured out what's wrong with the transmission. And I think I'm going to go ahead and replace that because that is getting a little worn. I don't know. I think I should just send it, replace the clip and go, or I don't know, I can't even see it with the camera. I don't know, it's pretty close. Like that one. Barely even see the roof. So there it is. Little clip. The problem this whole time. Jeep update. Needs brakes. Put new U-joints in. Hopefully get the locker tomorrow, get it in. Doing U-joints. Fun stuff. Clutch is supposed to be here Friday, Saturday. And I still haven't located one of them clips for the fork, so hopefully get that pretty soon. And then get the transmission back in here and get everything wrapped up on it. Got the two 33s back there. Need 2 more 33s. So that's it for today. So the next day everything came in, pulled the front diff off, installed my Sylvan Climbmaster locker. It was the cheapest one I could find on Amazon, link down below. Put that in, put the axles back in, wrapped up the whole front end, and then slammed the transmission in with the brand new clutch. You recording? Here goes nothing. See if she works. I already got stuck. So after getting stuck in the backyard, I played around a little bit more, and then I loaded up my truck and we went to the tire shop. I had 2 brand new tires that I got, and then I had one from the junkyard that was the exact same tire as the 2 I already had, so I had 3 matching tires. And then my buddy Dustin let me borrow his 33 1250 15s, which that's what they were. So I got them mounted and balanced on rims at the tire shop, and then before I mounted them, I went ahead and took the frame, as you can see in the pictures, and I sprayed the whole frame down with WD-40. I sprayed inside the frame with a bunch of WD-40, and then mounted the tires, and that's what she looked like. Say I drove down the road, it did pretty good. No death wobble. The locker unlocked and locked like it was supposed to. And overall, I mean, it was just right around the block. I didn't have any plates or anything, so it did good. So then we went to Aspen Acres, and the bad thing about this is my phone broke when we got down there, so I have no photos, no videos of the entire trip. Basically what happened was the Jeep broke. We just went down to the creek bed on the bottom of the backbone, and we did that little trail all the way down, and then I decided that I wanted to try to go up the back side of the backbone, which was pretty nasty that day. So I just shoot up. Rachel was behind me when the Jeep Cherokee. So I shot up it, and I get almost to the top, and I go to push the clutch in, and it goes to the floor. I hit the brakes, and it goes to the floor. So I'm just slamming on my horn, hoping somebody hears me, somebody can hook to me. I already got my door open, about ready to jump out of this thing because it's in gear, but it keeps rolling backwards. I don't see Rachel behind me. So a guy hears me, and I'm like, can you hook to me? Like, I'm rolling down the hill, no clutch, no brakes. He's like, yeah, hang on. And he gets his Jeep, and it just felt like forever. Finally, he hooks to the front of me and a sign of relief. And as all this is going on, he's pulling on me. I hear Rachel coming up, and I tell her just to drive right behind me and throw her Jeep and park. I mean, that Jeep's built way better than this one. So he winches me up there. I get on top, and basically the little nylon bushing that goes onto the pedal, it ended up coming off, and that's why the clutch went to the floor. The brake line bursted right there in the front. So After getting back from Hassman Acres, we replaced the brake lines, all the brake lines, and that pretty much brings you to where the Jeep is now. On today's episode, we are going to be taking this cold air intake off. I have no clue why you would run a cold air intake on an off-road vehicle. It will suck in water and water lock your... So we are going to replace it with the factory one. Luckily I found one at a junkyard. So that is going to be a pretty easy process.